You know the coolest new Arma update just dropped on all platforms? Yeah, so this is probably the best update that we've gotten for Arma Reforger so far to date, and there's one very specific reason as to why, but we'll go over a couple of the other things that are also pretty cool. So first things first, we got the LAV-25. This thing looks, I have no words. This thing looks insanely cool, and I'm really glad that they finally added this. Obviously, we knew that they were adding this for a little bit now, since the update was obviously announced, but man, does it look better in person when you're actually able to walk around it and get inside. And so first things first, if you want to get in on the gun, you have to get in on the left side here at the top. So you got to climb on, hop in, good to go. You can actually switch to multiple different rounds, which is really insane. I thought that was pretty cool. This thing has quite a lot of little tools and gadgets. If you want to drive this thing, hop in the top hatch here. You can hop in here, you can hop in the back as well, and it's got its own storage, all that good stuff. It's also aquatic. Very cool. This thing is insane. And again, I can't, like, this thing just looks so cool. It really just does. Also, there's a version of it with camo as well, which I think looks pretty cool. So we also got the BRDM-2. Now, this is a new Russian vehicle. I personally think this thing looks insane. It's got a cannon on the top of it, well, machine gun, and it is also aquatic. And it looks a little lighter than this thing, that's for sure, but I do think this thing looks absolutely ridiculous, and I 50-50 on whether that's good or bad, but it looks cool. It is awesome. I'm glad they're adding all these new vehicles to the game. I hope eventually maybe we get some tanks, actual tanks. I'm just saying, I think it'd be kind of sick if we got tanks. That's just me. And yes, this thing does have a variant with camo as well. On top of that, we also got a new civilian vehicle. We actually got a couple, so this is the new van that they added for civilians. Very cool. Civilians also now have their own chopper as well. They have their own Hind, which is... Civilians now also have their own Huey, which is really cool. I think it's awesome that civilians now have actual aircraft. Not only that, do they have a civilian Hind. There's actually two of them. Pretty freaking cool. Not only that, but we also got the new mortar, which is really cool. So this is actually going to go hand in hand with another very massive part of the new update that I think you guys are going to think is kind of awesome. And you're probably wondering, what is that new update? That is building destruction. And it's not just buildings. It's, well, buildings, trees, and sheds, and walls, and everything. Everything's destructible now. It's awesome. We're going to finally get to see some large-scale matches where an entire town gets absolutely leveled, which is so freaking cool. Now, I'm not 100% sure how many rocket launcher rounds it takes to level a house, but we're going to see that right now, so... Alright, looks like it's about 4 for this one. And basically the whole building crumbles down and falls, and it's left with just this pile of debris, which is really cool. I think it's just awesome that buildings are now fully destructible. I really like this a lot. This is going to add so much more depth to gameplay for actual matches when you're trying to hide in a town and most of the buildings are just entirely leveled. This is really cool. I'm glad that they went to this extent to add something like this. I love it. It's awesome. It's really cool, and it's gonna be really fun. So we're gonna play playing a lot of Arma. So that's pretty much the gist of the new update. I think it's pretty cool that they've added all this. There's obviously a lot of bug fixes and visual fixes, and there's actually new interior lighting for the insides of these new vehicles as well. So you guys will immediately notice that the insides of these vehicles looks very nice. The lighting looks very good. It's awesome. And so that's gonna be it for the video. It wasn't a lot, but it was a huge update. So that's gonna be it. Appreciate you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like. It's totally free. It helps out a ton. And share the video with your friends if they play Arma. They're gonna want to see this too. But anyway, that's all for today. I'm gonna see you guys later. Have an awesome day and peace out.